Here we go. Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell a friend. Here we have another crazy story, another crazy story. That's why I say, you know what? Only gangs and individuals in gangs. I mean, what type of people are they? What type of people really are they?
Good morning, or good afternoon, Mr. Adams. Good afternoon. Mr. Adams.
So here you have a gang member. Individuals say he's a gang member. Don't forget, these individuals, all they do is commit crimes. But when they place in position to throw someone under the bus or not, this is what a whole lot of these individuals do. It's a terrible thing. It really is.
How old are you? 33. Where were you born? In New York. Can you speak into the microphone? New York. Where in New York?
So here you have a gang member from New York. Don't forget, a gang member is kind of like, what would I say? How could I compare a gang member to? You compare him to, you know what? Your brother. He's down and out. He's know you're making all the money. Next thing you know, he wants to go in your room and take your money.
Manhattan. Where did you grow up? In the Lower East Side and in Harlem. How far did you go in school? GED. Where do you currently live? In Queens. Where in Queens?
Also, don't forget, most gang members are uneducated. It's a terrible thing. Is that the reason why they make the bad decisions that they make? There's a good probability that it is. Because their mind don't function the correct way. At least when they're free in society, it doesn't function the right way. But one thing, once they go behind the bars, fast just like that, it stops functioning the right way.
GEO Correctional Facility. Is that a federal prison? Yes. Approximately how long have you lived in federal prison? 44 months. When were you first arrested? July 9th, 2015.
Imagine that. This individual, his new address is a federal prison. A whole lot of these individuals, they finally get a chance to get their own personal bed when they go into federal prisons. A lot of them be down and out. They don't have their own beds when they're free in society. I'm talking about the lower gang members, not the other people who's making a whole lot of money. I'm talking about the gang members. Don't forget, the gang members, they have no retirement plan. They don't get weekly paychecks or anything. Imagine that. Do they get weekly paychecks? I don't know.
What were you arrested for? Robbery and a murder. Have you pled guilty to any federal crimes? Yes. What federal crimes have you pled guilty to? Robbery, conspiracy to commit robbery, murder, racketeering, drugs, and an attempted murder.
Unbelievable. That's what you call a long rap sheet, believe it or not. These gang members, so unproductive. Believe it or not, I'm trying to figure out, where do they find time to do all these crimes that they say they did? I know what it is. I know what it is. They didn't have a job. When you don't have a job, you have so much time. You wake up whenever you want to wake up. You go to sleep whenever you want to go to sleep. You go commit a crime whenever you want to go commit a crime. It's unbelievable how they live their lives.
Did you plead guilty to firearms offenses as well? Yes. Have you been sentenced yet? No. What is the maximum sentence you are facing on those charges? Life. Why are you...
Imagine that. He said he's been incarcerated for 44 months. Hasn't been sentenced yet. He's facing life. Imagine that. Put yourself in his position. Don't forget, you're a gang member. All you do is commit crimes. All you do is do, nonsense throughout your daily life. You don't want to get a job. So how would a gang member, or what would a gang member do to save himself from facing life in jail? Let's see.
Testifying here today, because I don't want to do life. Are you testifying here today pursuant to a cooperation agreement? Yes. What are your duties under the cooperation agreement? To tell the truth, meet with the government when they want to meet, forfeit all the things I may have gotten.
I had no idea that these gang members know how to tell the truth, but believe it or not, they do. Because believe it or not, once they go behind the bars, that's when they finally learn, unfortunately. A lot of these gang members, they need to be placed behind the bars, put in that situation to finally learn. And the worst part about it, they learn so fast once they go behind the bars. But it takes them so long when they're behind on the streets. I can't figure that out. I really can't. It's like a mystery.
Crimes I did, and commit no further crimes. I want to come back to this a little bit later. Your cooperation agreement. Mr. Adams, you testified that you pled guilty to racketeering conspiracy, correct? Yes. What was that plea for? For being a member of the Bloodhound Brims. What is the Bloodhound Brims?
Oh, Bloodhound Brims. This is where we introduce BRIM. One of the founders, they said, of the Bloodhound Brims. Imagine that. I wonder if they used to bomb leaking. I mean, did they used to bark like bloodhounds? Or did they used to trap people down? I don't know. Either way, they sound pretty dangerous. The introduction of BRIM. Imagine that.
A gang, a blood gang. How long were you a member of the Bloodhound Brims? From when it started, all the way to 2016. When did they start? 2005. Looking around the courtroom today, do you recognize any other members of the Bloodhound Brims?
2005, that means BRIM must have been about 25, 24 years old. He was a grown adult man. Imagine that. Decide to still live on the streets. I mean, why do you want to go get a job? I keep telling you, most of these criminals behind the bars right now are behind the bars because they wanted money, but they didn't want to get a job. They didn't want to pass away poor like their fathers or their grandfathers. So they decided to go out of their way to commit crimes. A lot of these gang members think being poor is a problem for whatever reason. They rather go behind the bars. It's a terrible thing. I could never figure that out, though.
Yes. Who do you see? I see Latique Johnson. I see Don P. And I see Light. Let's go one by one.